Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Thank you for joining me wherever you're joining me. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree. But whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. And if you are joining me on the YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe. If you're joining me on Facebook, make sure that you are in it to win it. Follow the page, comment. We love to hear from you. My voice has been really weird today, so I apologize. Sometimes you just wake up after a monumental victory, and you need to celebrate. You know, you need to or you may have celebrated too hard, as it comes, and that might be the case for me today. I'll say one thing, right? I want to say congratulations to all of the young ladies on the South Carolina women's basketball team. I think it's important that we say that because we know that they're the reason that South Carolina has won. No one person, especially one person that does not shoot or dribble or play defense or any of that stuff, is responsible. So I want to make sure I give full credit to the South Carolina women on the team. But for me, I can't help but marvel at what Dawn Staley has been able to do as a coach. This is now championship number 2 for Staley. And see, it's the interesting thing about 2, right? Because 1, people could say it was a fluke. People could say that, you're they're not this, they're not that. They just caught lightning in the bottle. They got hot, they got lucky. They can say all of those things about 1 championship. But you know what they can't do? They can't say that about 2. Rarely do you ever get lucky twice. Rarely do you ever catch lightning in the bottle twice. And so with this championship puts to rest any doubt that she is of the ilk of all the greats. It puts to bed any doubt that she has an ability that is, as a coach, as a leader, as a motivator, that is on par with any other coach in the women's game. That I would say any other coach in basketball. It's not, and you have to admire this, right? Very similar to what Gino has done at UConn. It's not as if Dawn Staley took over a powerhouse. In fact, when she first started at Temple, she had success at Temple, where Temple had not had a ton of success. When she left Temple to take the job at South Carolina, she took over a job and she immediately got to work building that program to the level that we see today. Bringing in young ladies whom she could help mold, bringing in talent that she could help to build upon, to get their best out of. And she did that and she's done that now to the tune of 2 national titles, and if we're not dealing with a crazy bubble last year, probably 3. But I knew, and I came on here and I said it on the on our Zebra Stripes podcast, that the worst thing that happened to women's basketball this year in the tournament was Kentucky on a miracle shot beating South Carolina. That was the worst thing that could happen, because all that did was allow them to get the refocus that they needed. And that allowed Dawn Staley to have one more thing to hold, one more carrot to hold out there. Hey, you're not champions. You lost. So now the only thing you can win is the national championship. Like you have to admire that. You have to admire what she was able to do. You have to admire what that team was able to accomplish. I mean, outside of a couple moments, I'm struggling to remember a time where they look like they might lose. Like outside of a couple of instances, within the game, it never looked as if they were going to lose. It never looked as if they were in any peril. You know how hard that is? You know how difficult it is to be so good that you never even look like you're in trouble? It's legitimately UConn stuff. It's UConn stuff. It's UConn level stuff. But it's not in UConn. And that's the best part, right? That's the best part about it. I remember years ago, someone asked Gino Auriemma, did he think that their dominance was good for the women's game? And I don't remember exactly what it was he said, or I don't want to misquote him or anything, but he said something to the sense of, yeah, because they have to come up to us. We don't have to come down to them. They have to come up to us. That there's a level that they've got to come up. And over the years now, we're starting to see it's not just UConn. It's not just UConn anymore. It's not all about UConn and will they go undefeated or will they win another championship. It's legitimately now, okay, who is it? Will UConn be back? Can South Carolina win it again? Is Stanford going to get back? LSU, Baylor. Like, we're starting to see more teams. Louisville was there. They've yet to cut the net down, but they've been close. NC State should have been there. They got robbed. So we know that it's not, and those are two ACC teams. So we've got ACC teams, we've got SEC teams, we've got Big 12 teams, we've got Pac-12 teams. And of course we still have UConn. And what we've got to know is that these things are only going to get better because at some point, right? Here's what happens. At some point, players begin to realize I can't get my greatest shine being just one of a group. Right? At some point, these young ladies are going to say, okay, I can go to UConn and I can be one of the long line of McDonald's All-Americans that they get. And now Gino, to his credit, can hold the fact that he doesn't care whether or not I transfer. He doesn't care whether or not I'm going to work in the program. That's not his focus. He said it. So I could go there and be one of 11, one of 15, whatever. I could go to South Carolina now and be one of 11, one of 15 because they're getting so many talented players there. Or maybe it's time for a new program and I'm going to take my talents to that school. Like, why can't we get a Paige Paige buckets in Minnesota. Right? Yeah, she went to UConn because UConn's UConn. But what if she decided that Minnesota was where she wants to go? The coaching staff there is good. They're looking for a transformative player like her. What Dawn Staley has done is shown the world that it's not just a one-horse race with every once in a while some other people coming in and sprinkling. She's showing the world, I'm not just going to be the coach who's here to win a whole bunch of games but not win championships. She's here to win games. She's here to win championships. She's here to promote the women's basketball. Like, she had an opportunity. She could have left. She could have went to Virginia. Everybody thought she was. She was like, nah, I'm good. That was then. This is now. She's a different breed, ladies and gentlemen. She's a different breed. She carries herself differently. That's what rings so true with her players. Like I feel like the UConn players respect Gino, right? Like every time they talk about Gino, they talk about him with a lot of respect. These South Carolina players, they love Dawn Staley. They love her. It's just different, right? And it's not because Gino's a man and she's a woman. It's just a personality thing. Gino has set himself up to behave a certain way because that is what he believes gets the job done. And he's got 11 championships to prove it, I believe. But Dawn Staley is a different way. It's still demanding. It's still demanding, right? It's still accountability. There's still toughness and fight and poise and all those things that you need to win basketball games, except there's just love there. I don't know any other way of saying it. When I watch those players with her, it feels like they love her. And that's awesome. Man, I really would have wished that I could have had a coach that I loved when I played basketball. Somebody that I felt was really about me and what I did. And I was ride or die, man, when it came to sports. People don't get it. People may not even know it. Like, I sacrificed so many things to play sports. I sacrifice so much now to coach sports. Man, when I'm with you, I am with you. What I would not have given to actually feel as if a coach loved me, so that I could be able to show that same love to them. It, believe it or not, is something that I still have to work on as a coach now, because I love my players. But if I don't ever show it, then they just think I'm some dude that's trying to use them to win games. When that is the furthest thing from my mind. I'm trying to build men. I'm trying to see the next generation do better. The wins will come. But I know that I've got to do a better job of showing love. And man, does Dawn Staley do it. Man, she is so good at it. It's nothing but salutes today from me. She is an original. She is one of one. Don't forget, there's a lot of women from those past heydays of the beginning of the WNBA and in the Team USA basketball. A lot of those women have tried to coach. None of those women have had the success that Dawn Staley has. None of them have been able to do what Dawn Staley has been able to do. That says a lot. She's not done. People better get used to it, because she's not done. That's the best thing about this. It's a dawn of a new era. It's a dawn of a new day. It's the dawn of a new legend. And I am here for it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. To do this thing a few times a week. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. And if you're joining me on the YouTube channel, you know what to do. Like, subscribe. Make sure y'all check out all the things that we've got going on. New Zebra Science podcast will probably be coming tomorrow after the national championship game. Check out a new gene therapy pod and column. The one that we released about the Final Four coaches being everything. You'll definitely see another one this week. Make sure you check those out and support all the things that we're doing over here. We always appreciate it. Peace.